So you open your freezer, grab your favorite tub of ice cream, and, forget to seal the lid properly. A few hours later, it's just a melted mess. But here's the strange thing. Why does it always melt, and never unmelt? Why does order fall into chaos, but never the reverse? The answer is actually one of the most powerful, and honestly misunderstood, ideas in all of science: entropy. Most people hear the word entropy and just think disorder or mess. It's how teachers usually explain it in school, and how sci-fi writers talk about, the universe falling apart. But that idea, while partly true, oversimplifies something much deeper. Entropy isn't just about chaos. It's really about how many possible ways something can be arranged, and how likely those arrangements are. Imagine a neat deck of cards, in perfect order from ace to king. That's low entropy. There's only one way to be that organized. Shuffle it once, and you've already created one of millions of random combinations. The more ways a system can be arranged without looking different on the surface, the higher its entropy. And nature, well, it always favors the most likely outcome. The one with the most possibilities. That's why things naturally go from order to disorder. This whole idea is captured in the second law of thermodynamics, which says that the total entropy in a closed system always increases over time. That's why your hot coffee gets cold. The heat just spreads out into the room. That's why buildings crumble, stars burn out, and batteries die, energy spreads, order fades, and randomness wins, not because the universe is cruel, but because it's just statistically inevitable. But here's where the misunderstanding kicks in. People often think entropy means everything is doomed to decay, that it's a force of destruction. But entropy isn't evil, it's not a villain, it's simply probability at work. In fact, life itself exists because of entropy. Plants take in sunlight, concentrated energy, and use it to build sugars and tissues. Humans eat, breathe, think, and move by burning fuel, creating more entropy around us. We build order locally by releasing energy and increasing disorder somewhere else, so life doesn't violate entropy, it thrives because of it. Even more fascinating, entropy gives time its direction. Physics equations don't care whether time moves forward or backward, they work either way. But entropy only goes one way, it increases. So that's why you remember the past, but not the future, why we age, and why eggs break, but don't, unbreak. Entropy is the arrow of time, pointing us from what was to what will be. So why is entropy so misunderstood? Well, it's mostly because we confuse disorder with destruction. We tend to think a messy room or a melted ice cream is just bad news. But honestly, entropy is just how nature balances energy, always seeking the most likely outcome. Pop culture loves to throw around the word entropy as a buzzword for chaos or collapse, but in science, it's simply the math of possibility. It's the reason your phone heats up, your engine loses efficiency, and even why stars shine. Entropy touches every part of our lives. It's why we get tired, why machines need maintenance, why nothing lasts forever, and why we cherish what does. It explains why the universe changes and why change itself is even possible. In a strange way, it's entropy that gives meaning to time, to energy, and even to life. So, next time your ice cream melts or your room gets messy, just remember, it's not just a random accident, it's the universe following the rules of entropy. And now you understand why it matters. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe for more.